Sometimes kindness can be seen as a weakness, but I would see it as a strength. Because of that kindness, so many strong relationships that lasted for so many years.
Welcome to Awaken the Ripple, the podcast that provides practical tips through real and honest conversations to help you unlock your purpose, ignite positive change within you, while empowering you to create ripples of impact throughout the world. This episode is one that is incredibly close to my heart. It's called Becoming Who We Are, Away from Where We're From. And today I'm joined by someone who brings about both color and depth to every room he enters, the brilliant Eduardo Diaz-Ward. Ed and I go back over 3 years, and while we started with the usual chat on brand safety and suitability across walled gardens, we quickly discovered a friendship built on shared stories, adventurous spirits, and a whole lot of laughter. From the magic of Soho farmhouse to traveling abroad together, he's become one of those rare people who feels like home, even across cultures. Born in Mexico and now thriving in the UK, Ed brings a fearless authenticity to everything he does. And today we're opening up about what it really means to start again in a new country. Not just practically, but emotionally. We're talking identity, belonging, cultural fusion, and all the unexpected lessons that shape who we become. Whether you're navigating on your own, searching for meaning, or redefining who you are, this episode will meet you right where you are. So buckle up for an in-depth conversation. Ed, are you ready?
Buckle up indeed. Oh my God. Thank you so much for that intro. I was like, who is this person? Just because you said my name at the beginning, I was like, right, so she's talking about me. Or it was like, who is this person? Are we going to be joining my special guest? But like, what a lovely introduction. I hope I live to that. But thank you so much. It's very kind words. I'm so happy to be here. Honestly, you have no idea how happy I am.
Yay. So, Ed, I know you're familiar with the format of my previous podcast episodes, but I thought for this topic, I'll change things up a bit.
Oh, God.
So we're about to play This or That cultural edition. No sitting on the fence, Ed. I need truth. I need you to spill the tea or the tequila.
Yeah.
See what I did there?
Maybe we should have changed my name. Are they kidding? No, it's fine. Let's go. Let's do it.
Okay. So I'm going to give you 5 this or that pairings comparing Mexican life to English life. So first theme is on gatherings. So big family fiesta or a quiet pub lunch in the countryside.
So I need to pick one of those.
Just pick one.
At my current stage in life, not that I'm extremely old, by the way, surprisingly, I will go for the quiet lunch.
Is it?
Yeah,
okay.
Mainly because when I think about family, like big family gatherings, will be like back in Mexico with like tons of like people I've never seen in my life, but apparently I'm related to them, which is like, okay, nice to meet you, darling. I don't do those anymore, so it's hard for me to picture those.
Yeah. I hear what
right
you're
now.
saying. Okay.
Whereas like a pub lunch, especially when you say the farmhouse, like, darling, take me there.
Let's go.
Copy paste me there any day.
Copy and paste. Okay, so the second one is on expressing feelings. Are you full telenovela monologue or British, I'm fine, when you're really not?
I could be like very dramatic. If I drink wine all night, you will see Sofia Vergara 100%. Some people actually say like, do you want wine? Say like, no, I don't want wine. I'm not drinking wine. Say like, why not? Like, because you know why not?
Because Sophia will be out.
No. So I would go now again for the quiet, and I'm fine.
I'm fine.
I'm
Move
fine.
on.
I'm always fine. My close Mexican friends said to me, "You are so cold now. You are not Mexican anymore."
What?
I'm just like, listen, I still got my passport, so I still got my little eagle there flying. But then similar, like people here, they say like, "Oh, you're so dramatic." So you can never win, but it's fine. I'm
can
happy
be
with
both.
and I think it's just all about that, just being happy with who you are.
Exactly.
I can be dramatic one day. Why not?
100%.
Just spice things up. Spice up your life, darling. Spice up your life. And then if you want to be just like quiet and just chill, just be in the background, that's also fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next one.
Okay. So theme is showing up. So are you 30 minutes late with joy or 5 minutes early with an apology?
Regardless of when I'm gonna show up, there's always justification. Like for example, today I know I was slightly late, but I did.
He was very late, guys.
I did mention it why, so you were not expecting me.
Yeah.
So I will always respect people's time. If I'm gonna be late, I used to like, "Hun, sorry, I'm really sorry."
Yeah.
The train, this, blah blah blah, or I just woke up, or blah blah. Whatever that is, I will always tell you I'm gonna be late.
Okay, so fourth one, the theme is weather. So
I'm sure I'm gonna have this right for sure. At least I'm gonna pick one for sure.
Okay, so you have to choose between Mexican heat or British winter, the depths of winter.
I mean, if you don't have the answer, like whoever's listening, whoever knows me doesn't have the answer, let's have a coffee or let's have something, because you should know the answer immediately. Forever, winter in the UK. And also one of the things I'm going to try to do next year, if not the year after, is like chase winter. So I'm going to say I have spent Christmas in the UK and then I'll move to New Zealand and Australia summertime.
Yeah.
I'm trying to have at least 3 winters in 1 year.
3 winters in 1 year.
That would be my dream.
Oh my gosh. So how are you coping with the British heat wave?
I'm not coping, mainly because it feels like extremely hot.
100%.
I don't know why. I don't understand why.
It's a different type of heat,
really
you know?
It really is.
In comparison to like my home, it's on a different level.
Last time I went my nephew's christening, I did not leave that house. I think I left it only like 3 times. One being the christening. I was his godfather, so I have to be there. One thing about Mexico, everywhere you go is AC. It's like you find everywhere, even the church. So the church we have like 6 AC, but the priest decided to put at 30 degrees. I'm just like, what's the point of putting an AC at 30 degrees?
Why?
It's literally an air fryer.
It is basic.
It is an air fryer. So you have to be like full trousers, smart casual.
Wow.
So we're just like sweating. So we'll never peak the heat. Literally. So winter forever.
Okay, so winter. Okay.
Winter.
Okay, and the fifth and last one and final one is weekend mood. Are you dance floor until 3 a.m., so reggaeton, mezcal shots, or are you at home by 9 p.m. in pajamas watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer?
Wow. The references. It really depends though, because when I go out my life is in London. I live in Essex, so my life is in London.
Yeah.
I don't know anyone in Essex, like literally no one. Like
Do
zero.
you not?
No, zero. Like honestly, when I get home, I literally get out of the station, I just walk home. I don't do anything else.
Wow.
Yeah. But obviously, you know, I know quite a few about a lot of people in London.
Yeah.
So if I'm out, it can be like really out.
Yes.
But I'm trying to always endeavour to get the last train, which take me home around like 2.
Wow.
But sometimes I do prefer like nights in. I think last weekend, I'm quite proudly, I'm going to say, last Saturday, I did 49 steps.
What? 49 steps for the entire day.
For the entire day.
24 hours.
49 hours. Yeah, 49
steps.
steps. It's recorded. Apple knows it. Because I was so exhausted. I was not sleeping at all. I have not been sleeping anyway.
Yeah, with the heat.
Yeah, so I need to recover. I need to keep my beauty sleep. And yeah, so I can do both very, very easily.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Fab. These answers are giving.
I know. I feel like I didn't play the game like what how it's meant to be. I
it's
should have
fine.
like picked one, but I just couldn't.
Okay.
Just couldn't pick one. Apart from the weather.
Apart
The
from the
weather,
weather.
we all know which one would be.
What I got from those responses is that it really shows who you have become whilst living in the UK. Before, if you're back in Mexico and you had the family gatherings, but now you're in the UK and you actually prefer a quiet pub lunch, you know?
I think I have evolved. People might say like, oh, you changed so much. You know, I haven't changed. And that means just following my parents' rules and all of that.
Yes.
So it's not that I have changed. I just evolved in a different way.
Yes. So let's begin at the heart of it all. When you think back to who you were before you moved over to London, to the UK, and who you are now, what shifts have you seen in yourself?
Been thinking about this the whole week. I think, because I'm talking about myself, I can say what I want. So I think I was really stupid, slow, and useless. As Sabrina Carpenter would say, man-child. I was like actually a man-child.
That's harsh, Ed.
I know. I'm really harsh on myself all the time. And the reason being because my parents, they were very successful when I was living there and they were overprotective all the time. I think my first job was when I was 23. That was my first proper job. And it was working for them. So obviously it's not the same. I only last for like 3 months. I was just going there pretending I was working. And the reason I'm saying that, because my parents were always saying, focus on your studies,
right.
Get your degree, and this is what we're asking you. But you don't have to work.
It's really similar to the life that I had. I mean, I worked. I had little odd jobs here and there, mostly during like summertime. I want to say maybe my first job was around the age of 18, and it would be just doing like a front desk kind of role. But similar to like your mom and dad, my mommy and daddy wanted me to focus on studies. Education was
key. I don't care what else you do, but as long as you have an education, you're going to feel comfortable. Then you're going to be able to do something in your career. Back in the day, which again, I'm not that old. Back in the day, it was quite important to have a degree.
Yes.
It will literally open
so many doors.
Yeah, 100%. So I understood why they were doing it. So that's why I'm saying I was like stupid, useless, and slow. Useless because also my parents have had someone at home helping them with the cooking, with the washing. So again, they will literally want me to focus massively on my studies.
Okay.
Even when I moved to Vancouver, I was living with a family.
Right.
The family was in charge of me. So the family was just like cooking breakfast, dinner and everything. So it's not that I had to cook anything. Right. And when I was missing like Mexican food, my parents just sent me like box of like Mexican food.
Oh my God.
So for me to put in the microwave. So I was like, why spoiled?
Your mom and dad.
I know.
Oh, wonderful.
I know. And they did the same for my sister, by the way.
Wow.
So they do the same treatment with the three of us. We are three. So the first time I had to do everything on my own was when I moved to Barcelona, and that was in 2009.
Okay. So hang on. When were you... Okay. Sorry, this might be like people are trying to work out the math.
Yeah,
okay,
I know.
How old is he?
I know. So I moved to Vancouver in 2002.
2002.
So I just turned 18. Now, people, now you can work out my age. So 18, that's when I moved to Vancouver.
Right.
My whole idea was to move to Toronto because Toronto is really cold. It gets really cold in winter. So I wanted to like, yes, give me that cold.
Give me the cold.
Give me that empire. Give me that iceberg. I'm going to live there.
So 2002.
2002, that's the first time I left the nest for a little while.
Right.
A really long while. 8 months. And it was tough. It was really tough.
And then you started doing everything for yourself by the time you moved to Barcelona.
Which was on 2009.
2009.
Yes, 2009.
Wow, so this is like a whole 7 years later.
7
years you were living your best life. And then 2009, it was a rude awakening to life.
Literally, yeah.
Wow.
Adulthood, yeah.
Wow, full-on adulthood. What were the interesting things that you saw come up as you had to delve more into proper adulthood? How do you deal with that shift?
I know it was really tough. Luckily, I've been very, very lucky that I've come across so very lovely people throughout my life.
Yeah.
You being one of them, obviously. So I was very lucky that had help from so many people. One of the things also, I was very naive. Every single time I have an issue, there was someone there to fix it for me.
Right.
There was always someone there.
Yes.
Even in Vancouver, the family was responsible. Until I moved to Barcelona, that's when everything just hit me. When I arrived at Barcelona, luckily, one of my friends, or someone I knew from Veracruz, was living in Newcastle. And they said, like, I'll meet you in Barcelona. This guy came to Barcelona to welcome me. So he can just help me settle down, just like find a flat, blah, 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 blah. So he helped me.
Yeah. You've been extremely lucky.
I know, extremely, extremely lucky. But then I found this place when I was living with this guy. But in that flat, there was this German guy.
Right.
And he helped me so much. He taught me how to fry an egg. Yes, I know.
Fry an egg.
Fried an egg.
2009.
2009. How to put the dishwasher? Not the dishwasher, the washing machine. They don't have these washers in Barcelona.
Right.
Or in Spain, they don't have that culture. Like so many like survival things. I'm just like, what is
survival things? Like putting on the washing machine.
Yeah, how to fit yourself.
Wow.
So again, I was like really extremely lucky, and then he explained to me like different things and how to navigate, how to trust people, blah, blah, blah. So I was very, very naive.
Yeah.
But also I think one thing I just want to say, because I was naive, I was like too kind to everyone. Sometimes kindness can be seen as a weakness, which I completely disagree. It's not a sign of weakness in any way at
100%, no.
Some people might think like, oh, you're gay, or he's too kind because he's gay. Like it comes to like maybe like you're too feminine, you're kind. Anyway, there's so many taboos about kindness. And some misconceptions about it as well. But I will see it as a strength because of that kindness. Because that kindness had built so many strong relationships that lasted for so many years. Yeah. And even though I don't speak to those people anymore, I can easily reach out to them, and they will respond. They always respond because I always be kind to them. Like someone said to me, you can forgive whatever that person did to you, however they behave to you, but you will never forget how they make you feel.
100%.
And that's very true. I'm fine with everyone. I don't hate anyone.
So going back to the question where we were talking about the shifts between who you were before and who you then became in Barcelona.
At that point, I was like, right, this is it. It's just me. Mm-hmm. It's just me. Like, when I was living in Kansas, the time difference, it wasn't that big. There wasn't that big of a gap. Mm-hmm. And I knew I could like jump on a call and just like speak to my parents and everything. But living in Europe is like very different. So like, right, okay, I'm on my own now. Whatever I do, it's going to be on me. Yeah. And obviously I was like 25 by then. It's like, come on, hon. Yeah. You need to like, you need to wake up.
Pull up
you need to wake up.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I think it was just like, right, okay, I'm just going to do this. I'm going to get it wrong so many times. There were some times I was literally just crying, literally in my bedroom, just crazy. Like, what have I done to my life? Why am I doing this? Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. But yeah, so I think it just became more like...
It shaped you.
Yeah. Whatever you do, you just think of the consequences as opposed to just like go forward to it. Yeah. In the past, like, I knew I had someone just to clean my mess. Yeah. But now living in Barcelona, it's like whatever you do,
you have to take ownership of it.
Yeah. It will be on you. Yeah. Like even if you call the German guy, I'm sure he will help me. But ultimately he was like, I can't do it. I can't help you. Yeah. So I have to be like very, very mindful and understand what the consequences could be. Right. And it's like, right, okay, is this the right choice? Is this the right path to do it? Is that the right way to do it? Is there another way? But also like, when I moved to Barcelona, I was for a master's degree. So even within the master's, there was a big community of Latin American people, but also different for different nationalities. So there was also another supporting system. People there.
Okay, so what I'm hearing from all of this is that you learned how to survive on your own, taking ownership, really understanding the consequences of actions. But it sounds as though you really leaned into who you were naturally, just wanting to be kind and lovely to everyone.
Yes.
And in a way that then brought all of these unexpected support systems who helped you and shaped who you have become now.
Yeah,
So,
definitely. I've always said, like, it takes more energy, like, being nasty than being kind or being nice. So you're just like, why are you literally just doing this just to be, like, nasty or
yeah.
so just be nice. It's a lot easier.
It is so much easier.
Yeah, and then
Come
you can get
on.
something out of it, and it's fine, and it's lovely, and you create like a supporting system. It's just knowing exactly what I'm going to do, and also start like listening to myself. I have to start trusting about what I believe, and like trusting about what my parents like taught me, my
Yes.
foundation, like listen to that, right, okay, you know this is not right. Why are you still going to do this?
Yes. Yeah.
You need to start listening to that. And that's, I think, when I start listening to like the inner ed.
Yeah. I again, there's so many similarities to the story with mine, because by the time I was 23, I moved to London for the first time, and I was there to start my master's degree. I decided I wanted to take full ownership for paying for my tuition, which was
nice.
15 grand at that point in time, right? So £15,000, you convert that to TT dollars. So the currency for Trinidad and Tobago, it was over 100,000, right? 100. If you multiply by 10, it's like 150,000. I didn't want to put that burden on my mom and dad. So I knew when I came to London, it was all going to be on me. I had to take ownership of that, and starting from scratch, the same sort of situation. Should you do this? Even though I ended up falling into like a pyramid scheme. A friend of mine is like, oh my gosh, we should go to this little organization. The people are like really nice, you know, and then they were really nice. I had just come to London, so I was looking for people, and they were like, if you deposit 500, you get a return in like X amount of time, blah blah blah. And I thought, yeah, that sounds really great. And then it was one of those things, as I'm parting with the cash, I realized, oh my gosh, I have gotten myself into a pyramid scheme. But in a way, I had to go through that because I had to learn. And again, it was one of those things that I felt my mommy and daddy, they did an amazing job bringing up like my sisters and my brother, and they sheltered us. And I think I had to experience the wild, wild west there is in society. And it was just one of those things that I had never come across, and found myself into a pyramid scheme. But then I quickly just got out. I was really annoyed because it was £500, you know,
that's a lot of money at that time.
It was a lot of money at that,
just on your own.
Yeah, exactly. I kept really beating up myself about it because that was critical money that needed to go towards my tuition, and I had spent it in such a ridiculous. I was beating myself up for a long, long time. But I think it's one of those things that help shape you. I could be a little bit naive about certain things, but it then made me a little bit more aware of, okay, if someone approaches you in this kind of way, beware.
Yeah.
So it was just interesting to hear like these similarities about taking ownership, becoming an adult, surviving in the...
Yeah, because you don't know what people's agenda is. Like they might just like portray like very lovely
100%.
and very so nice. Oh, I'm here to help you, case of that. Especially with the like pyramid schemes. I'm sure they just want people to come into that.
Yeah.
But the reality is maybe they just wanting to get you into debt, or they well, especially I don't know. Do you know what I mean? So you don't know what the intentions are on the other. Whoever got you into that. If I remember correctly, the more you have below you,
yes,
the
that's
more
how
money,
you make how the person above you makes money.
Yeah. So
right?
I'm sure I'm not trying to say that was the case, but maybe it was just like it wasn't looking after you per se.
And it's absolutely fine. It's absolutely fine. You know, I quickly got out of it. So you know, lesson learned. So I guess that shift in identity is something so many people don't normally talk about. And often the place we land begins to shape us just as much as where we came from. So let's talk about cultural threads. what stayed with you from home? And what surprised you or slowly became part of your new rhythm here in the UK?
So what stays with me? I would say I do love the Mexican food. It's so nice, and I think that's something I will carry on with me. I guess it's a choice. I don't think it's a cultural thing, but I just love it so much. I don't know how to cook any Mexican food, by the way, but I love it so much. But in terms of cultural elements to it, based on my friends, they say like, "Oh, you don't have any left."
Wow.
I completely disagree.
Your friends are cruel.
I know, they're brutal. Well, I love that though. I love that. I literally say like, "Girls, is there anything that you see that I'll still carry on from Mexico?" Like, no, none. So like, what do you mean? Literally nothing. But I don't know exactly what. In your case, what would that be? Because is that something that maybe you're not looking for me to celebrate the Mexican holidays, right?
No, but no. I think for one thing that I am quite jealous about with you is that your accent is so strong, right? There's no mistaking that you are Latino.
But this is great. I love that. I love that. And I think in the past, I was quite mindful because when you learn English, you try to make sure that you are learning properly, but also that you're able to communicate with absolutely everyone and anyone. And sometimes the older generation are not that... they haven't heard different accents in the past. So sometimes they wouldn't be able to understand what I was saying, especially when I moved to the UK. Yeah. I did definitely see the difference between living in the UK and Canada. I think Canada was a lot easier for me to communicate with absolutely everyone. But in the UK, they do have like very strong accents, especially the northern accent. I do love all the accents, by the way. I think I'm obsessed with accents. But one thing I always would say to people that learn a new language, like, be proud of your accent. Be proud of however you sound.
And I know.
And whoever's trying to like put you down because you sound like this, or because they just make an impression of you and blah 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 blah, like just. Don't be. I mean, do be proud? Be proud because you can speak more like two languages. You can speak to more people than that person that's trying to make fun of you.
Yeah.
So it's something that for me it's never bothered in my life. I'm just like, honey, if you don't understand me, if you like, just listen.
Just listen a little bit.
Listen properly because you are not listening.
100%. No, but the reason why I'm so jealous is because when I moved over to the UK. In my head, I didn't want to stand out as much. I wanted to camouflage.
But why?
Because I felt so out of place. I came from a country where clearly in the majority, and then moved over here and I was clearly in the minority. And that was a big struggle for me. I felt so out of place. The accents really, I struggled with that. So really understanding people. Ended up watching like a lot of Coronation Street in order to just get more familiar with the varying sounds, especially like the northern accent. I really retreated into myself. It feels kind of sad saying it, but I didn't want to stand out. I didn't want people
Can't
to
believe that.
That was basically me. 2004. I just wanted to not be seen. I just wanted to blend in as much as possible. I'm quite annoyed that I've lost my Trini accent. So I don't speak another language. I wish that I did. I just speak.
Sorry, I wasn't trying to just like come out of you or anything.
No, not at all. But I do wish that I clung on to my Trini accent, it comes out, especially when I'm at home and I'm surrounded by my people and I'm feeling like really safe and everything. But for most of the time, I just try to blend, and it's hard now to get back to like a Trini accent, especially when I'm in London. So all I'm going to say is I absolutely adore that you are still like the Latino side in you,
100%.
Like you're clinging on, and
it will never go away. I'm not trying to like make it like it will never go away. It will always be there, and I'm fine with it. I'm proud of it.
Yeah,
and I wouldn't say it's minority because So I think, definitely in the UK with minority Latinos, 100%.
Yeah, we did the research.
Yeah, we did the research. Yeah, we did. I would see as like, I'm just exotic. I'm just literally an exotic person.
Yeah.
And I remember when I was living in Canada, in Vancouver, I was with some Mexican friends or Latin people. And then like people from Canada would come to us and just say like, oh my God, we love the way that you guys sound.
Yes.
So like, oh, thank you. That's really sweet. So I've never saw it as a minority. I think the word minority groups, I learned that when I moved to the UK.
Okay. There you go. Yeah.
I was never, I didn't see that in Mexico.
You didn't even have that association in your mind. Yeah.
So always like, I'm unique.
Yes, I love it. I will say for myself, I have still clung on to my absolute obsession with soca music. So it's a genre.
So what, sorry?
Soca music. Soca.
What is that, sorry?
Oh my gosh.
I know. I'm not going to pretend I know, by the way.
I will introduce you to some of the songs. I think I've actually shared with you like some of the songs that I absolutely love, but it's a genre of music. It's typically played around carnival time.
But
it's typically like high tempo beat, and it's just all about celebrating life.
Love that.
So for me, I always start my day listening to, while I'm exercising, just listening to soca music, because it just gets me, well, firstly, it reminds me of home. And two, it just gets me into this mindset to get ready to embrace the day. You know, it just gets me on a high.
You're like a really right mindset. It's like,
it's
let's go to carnival.
Go.
Let's go to this
We're going carnival. We're
carnival
going
of life.
The carnival of life. Yes. So that's basically what I cling to. So yeah.
Oh, that's nice. Maybe let's give it a go.
Are there any other parts of UK culture that you have now found yourself loving a lot more?
Oh yes. The one that was quite interesting, and I think I really enjoy these days now, is just the forward planning. It's like planning like in advance, like well in advance. It's just like planning September, October, November.
Is that an English thing though?
I'm pretty sure it is.
How? Planning?
Yeah, like no, but like in the future. When I'm saying future, I'm literally future. Sometime like 2026, 2027. Someone said like, Ed, save the date for like 2026. I'm just like, darling, I'm trying to save money, let alone a date. But I'm pretty sure I can save that date for you.
Oh my god!
But that's not a thing in Mexico. That's not a thing in. I don't think in Canada. I don't think I have many Canadian friends.
Right.
Maybe I do have a couple.
Part 1 pauses here. Look out for part 2 on Wednesday the 13th of August. You don't want to miss us.